Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to kick off today's presentation on role play and simulations. This is the first slide, serving as our cover. We'll be exploring how these techniques can enhance learning and engagement. Over the next few slides, we'll discuss their benefits, best practices, and real-world applications. Let's get started. Let's take a closer look at the steps involved in role play. This part is crucial because understanding the process helps us to implement role play effectively. First, we start by clearly defining the scenario. This ensures everyone knows the context and objectives. Next, assign roles to participants, making sure each person understands their character and responsibilities. Then, we encourage participants to immerse themselves in their roles, which helps to create a realistic experience. After the role play, it's important to debrief. Discuss what happened, what was learned, and how it applies to real-life situations. These steps form the foundation for successful role-play exercises and enhance our ability to develop practical skills. Let's talk about role-play. Essentially, role-playing is about pretending to be someone else or placing yourself in a specific situation that you might not actually be in at the moment. It's a way to simulate real-life scenarios, which helps us practice and prepare for actual interactions. The key here is the element of pretending, stepping into a different role to gain perspective, build skills, or test out responses. This approach is especially useful because it allows us to experience situations in a safe environment, making it easier to learn and improve. Connecting this to our overall theme, role plays and simulations are powerful tools for experiential learning, helping us develop confidence and competence in real-world settings. Let's talk about simulation. A simulator is essentially a device that can use a mix of sound, sight, motion, and even smell to create a realistic experience. The goal here is to make you feel like you're actually in a real situation. For example, pilots use flight simulators that replicate the cockpit environment so they can practice flying without leaving the ground. The key point is that these devices are designed to mimic real-life scenarios as closely as possible. This is really important because simulations allow us to train effectively and safely, preparing individuals for real-world challenges without the risks involved. So, when we think about training or practice in various fields, simulation plays a crucial role in providing immersive, realistic experiences that help improve skills and confidence. Let's take a closer look at the steps involved in role play. There are 3 key phases that guide us through the process effectively. The first is the planning phase, where we prepare and set clear objectives for the role play. This step is crucial because it lays the foundation for everything that follows. Next comes the implementation phase, where we actually carry out the role play, applying what we've planned and actively engaging in the scenario. This is where real learning happens through practice. Finally, we have the evaluation phase, which is all about reflecting on the role play experience. We assess what went well, identify areas for improvement, and gather insights to enhance future performance. These 3 steps, planning, implementing, and evaluating, are interconnected and essential for making role play a powerful learning tool that supports our overall goals. All right, let's talk about the planning phase. This is a crucial step where we set the foundation for a successful role play. First, we need to select a problem or scenario that we'll be working through. This problem should be relevant and engaging, something that encourages active participation and learning. Next, we focus on setting up the scene. That means deciding what characters are involved, what their attitudes are, and what kind of personalities they should have. The more detailed and clear we are here, the more realistic and effective the role play will be. It's also important to make the role play comprehensive. We want it to cover all relevant aspects so that participants can explore different angles and deepen their understanding. Now, speaking of roles, the teacher's role is a bit different from the student's. The teacher generally defines the overall structure of the role play, sets the scene, establishes the objectives, and clarifies roles. But once everything is set, the teacher usually steps back and doesn't actively participate. As Jones describes, the teacher becomes the controller, like a traffic controller, guiding the flow of the activity without micromanaging. They help keep everything organized and moving smoothly, ensuring the focus stays on the learning objectives. So the key points here are to carefully choose the problem, set up the scene with clear characters and attitudes, make it thorough, and remember that the teacher's role is to facilitate, not dominate. All of these steps are vital to creating an effective, engaging role play that aligns with our overall teaching goals. Now, let's explore the advantages of role play and how it supports effective learning. First, children learn a lot by duplicating the actions of others. This imitation includes their parents, peers, and role models, which helps them understand behaviors and social cues. Critical thinking is another key benefit. Role-playing encourages kids to analyze situations and solve problems creatively, making it a truly cognitive learning method. Interaction is also a major advantage. When children engage in role play, they interact more with their classmates and peers, which fosters social skills and teamwork. Speaking of skills, role play significantly enhances communication skills, helping children express themselves clearly and confidently. Another important point is engagement. People, especially young folks, naturally enjoy playing. When students are already motivated to play, learning through play becomes even more effective and enjoyable. Furthermore, role-playing teaches societal lessons like competition, cooperation, and empathy, essential qualities for functioning well in society. It also helps develop sensitivity towards others' feelings, nurturing emotional intelligence. Confidence building is another crucial benefit. As children practice and succeed in role-play scenarios, they gain self-assurance. In summary, role-play is a powerful tool because it combines fun with meaningful learning, fostering skills that are vital both inside and outside the classroom. Now, let's take a look at some of the disadvantages of role-play. First, it requires expert guidance. This means you really need someone experienced to facilitate effectively, ensuring the activity stays productive and on track. Without that guidance, the exercise can lose its effectiveness. Next, it's important to recognize that role play can be quite time-consuming. Preparing scenarios, conducting the sessions, and debriefing all take a significant amount of time, which can be challenging in busy schedules. Finally, there's the aspect of cost. Implementing role-play activities often involves resources, whether it's hiring facilitators, renting space, or developing materials, which can add up and become quite costly. So, while role-play is a powerful tool, these factors, expert guidance, time, and cost, are important considerations to keep in mind as we explore its application in training programs. Thank you for your attention so far. Now, I'd like to open the floor for questions. This is a great opportunity to clarify any points or dive a little deeper into the topics we've covered today. Remember, no question is too small or too big. Your curiosity helps us all learn better. So, please feel free to ask anything that's on your mind, and let's have a productive discussion. I look forward to hearing your thoughts and engaging with you further.